echo. We use the echo command to output a string followed by the new line character. Example, when I type echo and enter some string, and when I press enter, it shows the output in the new line character. It shows the output in a new line. The common problem in case of echo is how to suppress the new line character. Means I want to display the output in the same line where my prompt is on the screen. So for that, we have a common method in Linux. Even though we have different versions of Unix implemented different solutions, the common method in Linux is echo -n to suppress the new line character, space, we need to specify the string. And when I press enter, it shows the output in the same line, but not in a new line. So compared to the previous output, the string was printed in a new line. After that, the prompt is printed in another line. That is a default nature of echo. If you want to suppress the new line character, then I have to use echo space -n space string, which will print the output in the same line along with the prompt sign. We have another option, that is a second option. We can use -e and we can specify the string. But at the end of the string, if you want to suppress the new line, then I need to interpret the \escape character, that is /c, so that I can get the output in the same line, like echo space -n space hello. If I want to specify a tab, then I have to use /t, so which specifies a tab space, and it printed the prompt in another line. So I will show you the example on the screen. Echo -n, some string I want to print, so which will print the output in the same line as I shown in the terminal. Similarly, we use another option, echo -e space string. Within the string, I need to specify the / characters like /c with the combination of -e option specified for the echo command, so that I can suppress a new line. And if I want to output a tab space, then I have to use \t. And if I want to output the carriage return, then I have to use \n, etc. In older versions of Unix, by default, we have some set of options, but more recent versions often default to not interpret the \escape characters. In older versions of the Bash or Unix, so this was often set by default, that is \c or \n or \t, etc. That is a / characters. But in most of the recent versions of Bash, in case of Unix, it is often default to not interpret the \escape characters. The next command we will discuss here is eval. The eval command enables you to evaluate the arguments. It is a built-in command into the shell, and it is the command which does not exist as a separate command. For example, I have the variable foo equals to 10, and I have initialized x is equals to f over. Now when I execute the command, y is equals to single quotes $x. The value of $x is f over. And what is the value of $y here? When I echo the statement, echo $y. Before discussing what is the value of $y, or before showing what is the value of $y, I will give one more example where I have declared the variable f over and it was initialized with value same 10, and I have initialized x is equals to f over, and I am using the command eval y is equals to single quotes $x, and I am printing the value of y. Now I will execute the first part of the program and we will see what is $y now. I'm taking one script file. I'm giving the name of the script file as eval example.sh. In this script file, I'm writing the code. Initially, I'm initializing the value of the variable foo with 10. Later, I'm initializing x is equals to f over. Now I'm initializing y is equals to single quotes $x. There is no space after single quotes. In the next line, I want print what is the value of y. Now I will save the program. When I execute it, it shows the value is $FOO because when I use single quotes, it will not substitute the value of the variable that we already discussed. But if I use double quotes, it will substitute the value of the variable with that variable name, with the value that is available in it. So now I will modify the same program and I will add eval in this line. When I add eval command to y is equals to single quote $x, now I will execute and we will see what is the value of y now. Now the value of y is 10 because even though it contains single quotes $, when I use eval command, with the help of this eval command, I can evaluate the arguments. It is similar to that of $y in double quotes. Like I can add $sign as a prefix to the variable so that I can access the value of the variable. In the same way, the eval command will work. exec command. exec command has two different purposes. It's typically used to replace the current shell with a different program. For example, I will show you a command exec space uname space. I have some string in a script. It will replace the current shell with the uname command. It will replace the current shell with uname command, but no lines in the script after exec will be processed because the shell was executing the script no longer exists. So when I use exec command in a script, it will replace the current shell with the uname command, and no lines in the script after the exec will be processed because the shell that was executing the script no longer exists. The second one is the use of exec is to modify the current file descriptor. I want to modify the current file descriptor. example exec space 3 less than a file, where less than is the input redirection operator. So this exec space 3 less than space a file causes the file descriptor 3 to be opened for reading from the file called a file, but it is rarely used. This is another example of exec. The next command we will discuss here is exit. The exit command causes the script to exit with exit code with some n value. If we use the exit command at the command prompt of any interactive shell, it will log you out. That means the terminal will be closed if I specify exit near the command prompt. If we allow the user to write exit in the script, then the script will be terminated or exited. And if we allow the script to exit without specifying an exit status, then the status of the last command will be executed in the script and is used as the return value. Example, when I write exit and with some n value at the end of the script, that status will be returned. If I don't write exit command at the end of the script, the last command that is executed in the script will return some value. So that is used as the status of the shell script that was returned. That means the last command that is executed in the script is used as the return value. If the last command is executed successfully, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns an error. But it is always a good practice to supply an exit code for the script by specifying some n value. And in shell script programming, exit code 0 is success. That means n value 0 I have specified. In shell script programming, exit code 0 is success. And codes 1 to 125, inclusive of 125, are error codes that can be used by the script. The remaining values like 126, 127, etc. will have some reserved meaning that I will show you in the table now. 126 is the value which describes about the file was not executable, and 127 specifies the value a command was not found. 127 is the exit value that we can specify for describing a command was not found. 128 and above any value, 128 and above any value. So it will describe about a signal is occurred. So that is about the exit command, and I will show you a small example in the terminal now. I'm taking the file name EA exit example.sh. In this, I'm writing some if condition, and I want to check whether there is a .profile file available in the system or not. If it is available, then I want to simply exit from the script by returning true. Exit space 0 means success. That means it returns some true. That means it is not going to show any message to the user. And I will close the script. I will close the if condition, and I will close the script with value exit 1. Now I will execute the shell program. So it shows exit of 0 is executed, So it is came out from the script successfully without showing any message, because it is success, because we have .profile file available in the system. Example, I will modify the code where I will make some modification to .profile file. I will add one character, or if you want, we can remove a character from the file, so that it is difficult to identify whether the file is available or not. So if that is the case, I think the if condition is failed here. If condition is failed, so you'll get the output like the following. So it shows no error message here. Even the .profile file is not available, because I have specified exit 1. If I specify the values other than 125, like 126, 127, etc., then it may raise an error. Even though from 1 to 125 it has some error bits, but it is not showing the error, because the error is writing onto the standard error output file, but it is not displaying on the screen. And we will discuss the next command, export. The export command makes the variable named as its parameter available in subshells. Like I can use hash include in C program. I can use export in shell, which makes the variable named as its parameter available in subshells. By default, the variables created in a shell are not available in further shells, that is a subshells invoked from that shell. So the export command creates an environment variable from its parameter that can be seen by other scripts and programs invoked from the current program. And I will give a small example regarding the export command, where I have two files called export1 and export2. So now I will write the code for export2, which contains the lines of code. Echo statement, I want to print some $foo value, and echo $bar value. Now in export1, I have the lines of code. Followed by shebang line. I have foo equals to some value and bar equals to some value. But if you observe, I have written export command for the variable bar, but not for the variable foo. And at the end of the export1 script, I have added export2. So now when I execute export1, this will export the value of bar into export2 script, because I have executed export2 command, so that it will export the value of this to the export2, and it will print the value of bar, but the value of foo is not available because I didn't export. Now I will show you the output in the terminal. I have export1. So that is a code that I have shown in the screen. Similarly, I have export2, which contains two statements, echo $foo and echo $bar. Now when I execute export2, it shows nothing, because I don't have the value of those two variables. And when I execute export1, it shows export2 not found, because it is not an executable file. So when we go for export1, I need to modify this as, so I will uncomment the commented line, and I will make this as comment line. So that means instead of writing export to straight away, I need to specify /export to, because I didn't make export to as an executable file. If you want to make the export to as an executable file, I need to use chmod command space plus x, which will add executable permission for export to space the file name export to. That means chmod space plus x space export to, so that I will get executable permission for the file. And if I write only export to, then it will execute. But here I didn't make the executable permission for the file, so I'm writing /export to instead of export to. Now when I execute /export1, it shows the second meta syntactic variable, that is a value available in the variable bar. The second meta syntactic variable, that is a value that is available in this variable, and that is exported to the export to file. And in this, the value of $bar is replaced and it will be displayed on the screen. That is the output that we are seeing here. The next and most important command is expr. The expr command evaluates its argument as an expression. In case of eval, it will evaluate the argument like the variable, but here in case of expr, it evaluates the argument as an expression. It's most commonly used for simple arithmetic operation in the following form, that is x is equals to, within backtick or backquote character, I need to specify expr space the variable $x space plus space 1. So that is a backtick character, or it is also called backquote character, which is available below the escape key in the keyboard. These backtick characters make $x, that is the value, the variable x, to take the result of executing the command expr $x plus 1. The backtick characters or backquote characters make x take the result of executing command expression $x plus 1, and we could also write it using the syntax x is equals to dollar within parenthesis. There is no space in between dollar and open parenthesis, and within parenthesis we need to write expression space $x space plus space 1. The expr command is a more powerful command and it can perform any expression evaluations. Now I will show you an example in the terminal. I'm initializing x is equals to 10. Now I'm writing the expression within backquotes expr. Before that I want to display, so I am writing echo command. Instead of initializing the value of this expression into x, I'm trying to print the output of this value $x plus 1. Should shows the value 11 because $x is 10 plus 1, so which will be an arithmetic operation that is performed with the help of expr command. And instead of initializing this to x, as I'm showing in the screen here, I didn't initialize the value of this expression to x. Rather, I'm printing the expression value by using echo command. So it displays the value as 10 here. Otherwise, we can also write x is equals to, within backquotes, expression $x plus 1. Then I can write echo $x. So it shows the same value 11. Now I will show you some list of expression evaluation operators which are available in shell in the form of the table. So these are the list of expression evaluation operators. The first one is expression 1 or expression 2. That means expression 1, if expression 1 is non-zero, otherwise expression 2. There is a description of the first one. That means if expression 1 is non-zero, then that will be evaluated. Otherwise, if the expression 2 is non-zero, then it will be evaluated. Then expression 1 and expression 2, it returns 0 if either expression is 0, otherwise expression 1 will be returned. In case of first one, it returns expression 1 if expression 1 is non-zero by evaluating it, otherwise expression 2 will be returned by evaluating it if it is non-zero. In third one, expression 1 is equals to expression 2. It is an equals operator. That means it is comparing expression 1 and expression 2. If it is equal, then it will return true. Otherwise, it will not return true. Similarly, greater than or equals to, less than or equals to, not equals to, and so on. Printf command, which is similar to that of the printf function in case of C, but we small difference in between the printf command and the printf function in C. So the small difference in printf command with the printf function is, so I don't have parameters to be used after printf statement. I need to provide some space after printf statement. That is, after the printf command, I have to provide a space. Then after that, format string and parameter 1 space parameter 2 space and so on. Here the format string is very similar to that of the format string that we have used in C and C++, but we have some restrictions when we want to use the format string, because the floating points numbers is not supported, because all the arithmetic operations in the shell is performed as integers only. So there is no floating point format specifier, and the format string consists of any combination of literal characters like escape sequences or conversion specifiers, etc. So now I will show you some escape sequences. So before that, all the characters in the format string other than percent and backslash appear literally in the output. Other than the percent sign and backslash, it will appear on the output. So these are the escape sequences that are available for printf command, like double quote character, then backslash character, then alert, then backspace character, etc. Similarly, we have some conversion specifiers that are available for this printf command. There is a D, C, S, and percent sign. Now I'll execute the printf command. So that is a printf percentage hello. So where percentage is the format specifier, space hello. So it shows hello because I have provided the entire thing in double quotes. So we have a space after percentage before hello. So it provides the same as an output. Now when I execute the same by providing double quotes after yes, so now it shows hello as the output like this. I don't have space now, even though I has provided space after percentage and in between hello, but it was enclosed in double quotation. So there is no space available. So it will not display any space there. The next one, printf percentage slash t percent d slash t percentage, then I'm writing some string hello, then some digit, then followed by some string. When I execute it, it shows percentage. After that, it provides some tab space. That means hello. After that, it provides a tab space. Then it printed 2. Then after that, it provides some tab space. Then followed by some string. So that is the output of this particular printf command. So that is the same I have shown here in the screen. The next one is set command. The set command sets the parameter variable for the shell, and it can be very useful way for using the fields in the command that provide some output space separated values. For example, I will show you the date command. So that means echo the date is $date. That means when we want to execute a command, I need to execute it with, that means whatever the output of date command. So when I want to execute it in the script, then I have to write it as echo $date. When I want to execute the date command and when I want to print the output, then I have to write like this. The same, there is no change in this line. So now I will write a small script for set command. So in this, I'm writing echo $date. Now I'm writing a set command, set $date command. Then echo month is $2. Now when I execute it, here the date command output is Thursday, October 1st, time, and if it contains any other parameter, it will display that. That means the time is specified and the format of time is Indian Standard Time, it has shown, and the year it is specified. Now when I execute, the month is $2. That is $2 contains October. That is $1 means Thursday, $2 value is October, $3 is 1, then $4 is the time that is specified here, space IST is $5, then $6 likewise. Here in this set command, if we observe, using the fields in the commands, that means with the help of set command, it is very useful way for using the fields in the command that output the space separated values. That means it has to output the space separated values with the help of the set command. Shift command. In this shift command, we can move all the parameter variables down by 1. So I will show you a simple example. So within this example, I'm shifting the values of the variable with the help of this shift command. So now I will execute the same program here. While within double quotes $1 not equals to null do the following. That means I want to display the value of $1 and I will execute this statement without writing shift command. I'm executing it, and while executing, I'm providing some parameter values, like I will provide some values as command line arguments, and when I execute it, it shows I have illegal number. That means the $1 contains illegal number. I have specified a character. Okay, I will specify 4. Again, it shows illegal number. So that is $1 value. Okay. So now when I execute, the same program with shift, then again it shows error. That is I think we have a mistake in while command. So not equals to, we have to write as the symbol but not -ne. So now if I execute the same, in the previous one also I have specified V5D. There is no error because instead of writing not equals to symbol, I have specified -ne. So it is an error. So it shows illegal number. So this is the output of shift program. That means here the parameter $1 contains 4. The $0 value is the command that we are executing, and $2 is 5, $3 is D. So when I execute shift command, initially before executing the shift command, it has printed the value of $1. And when I execute shift command, the value 5 is replaced with, sorry, the value for 4 is replaced with 5. That is $2 value is to be occupied with $1 value, and the $1 value is discarded. It will not replace the $1 value to $0 because $0 is a command. Then after that, $3 value has to be replaced to $2. So likewise, it has to shift. That means it has to shift the parameter variables down by one. That so that $2 becomes $1, $3 becomes $2, and so on. Command. So this is used to specify the actions to take on the receipt of the signals. That means when a receipt is when the signal occurred in the system, and the actions that are necessary to be taken when the signal occurred will be specified with the help of the trap command. I'm going to show the syntax of the trap command, with which contains trap space command name space signal. If you want to know the list of signals that are available in the system along with the signal number, normally the shells always used numbers for the signals, but the new shell scripts should use names taken from the signal.h header file. And we can see the signal number by using, we can see the list of signals with signal number with the help of the command trap space -l at the command prompt. The new shell scripts that I have specified just now, which is taking the names of the signal from the signal.h header file, it is going to omit the prefix called sig. So now I will show you the signals that are available in the terminal. So that is trap space -l. When I execute this, it shows the list of signals that are available. For each and every signal, it was prefixed with sig. If you observe any signal, it is prefixed with sig. So in the older versions, in the older shell scripts, the signals are represented or used with the help of the numbers that is available with the signal. Example 28 or 23 or 18 likewise. But the new shell scripts use the names taken from the signal.h header file by omitting the signal prefix, that is sig prefix is removed. Okay, that is about the trap command, which is necessary to take actions on the receipt of the signal. And some of the most frequently used signals that are available in the system are hang up signal, then interrupt signal, quit signal, abort signal, then alarm, and terminate signal. So these are the different types of signals that we have. Then unset command. So with the help of this unset command, we can remove variables or functions from the environment. So for example, so I have initialized the value a equals to 10. Then when I echo $a, it shows the value of a. Now when I unset a, then if I echo $a, it will not show any value because the value is removed from the environment. That is a use of unset command. Command execution. So when you want the scripts need to capture the result of the command execution, like I want to access the value of the variable. If you want to access the value of the variable, what is the procedure that we need to follow to represent a variable here is we have to specify $sign as a prefix for the variable name, like I have shown in the terminal. So I have used $a. So this is the procedure that we need to follow if you want to access the value of the variable. That means I want to know what is the result of the variable. Similarly, if I want to know what is the result of the command when it is executed, whether the command is executed successfully or not. If it is successful, then what is the output likewise. That means I want to know what is the result of the command execution for use in the shell script. So that it is so that you want to execute a command and put the output of the command into a variable. And we can do this by using the notation that we have already used in set command with the help of dollar within parenthesis command name, or in bolder notations we can also use backquote character command name. But all the new scripts should use dollar within parenthesis command name, from which it was introduced to avoid some rather complex rules covering the use of the character like dollar or backquote character and backslash character inside the backquoted command. That means we have some meaning for dollar, we have some meaning for backquote character, and we have some meaning for backslash. And when we use inside the backquoted command, then the backtick is used when some backtick character construct is used, and it must be escaped with a backslash character. So these relatively obscure the characters often confuse the programmers. That means if I specify backslash backtick, or if I use backslash in the backquoted backtick backquoted command, then I may have some confusion. What is the use of the backslash? Whether it is going to display the backslash symbol, or whether it is going to display the backslash followed by some special character, or what it is. So we have some confusions. So the important point we need to remember here is the capability to put the result of a command into a script variable is very powerful. That means I want to put the result of the command. Earlier I have stored the values into the variable. Now I would like to store the result of the command into a variable, into a shell script variable. So that is very powerful, as it makes it easy to use the existing commands in a scripts and capture their output. So now I will show you an example that I think we have already discussed about the same, that is $of command in the set command itself. So I will show you one more example, that is echo. The current directory is $pwd, that is a current working directory that I want to display. Now within this current working directory, if I want to know what is the current user who logged in, that means who is the current user logged in, then I can specify current users are dollar, within parentheses I can specify WHO. So it shows the output of the who command. Here actually the output of who command is the list of users who logged in into the system. So that can be executed if your system is connected over a network. Then only we can see the list of users who logged in. But we can also see who am I. That means that is a command, that is a who am I, that is the output of the command. But if I execute who, it will not show any output because it is not connected over the network. Arithmetic expansion. We already executed some arithmetic statements. That means we have already evaluated the arithmetic operations. That means we have performed some arithmetic operations with the help of expr command. But the fastest and simplest way is, so I have already initialized with a 10 to the variable a. So now first I will know whether the value a is available or not. Here the value of a is not available because I have unset the command. So I will initialize the value of a to 10 once again. And when I want to perform arithmetic operation, that means like if I want to increment the value of a, then I can use the notation dollar within double parenthesis. I need to specify the expression. We can either provide a space or not providing a space, it is not a problem. So but we need to specify this is the notation, but I didn't specify any echo command, so it shows a command not found. Okay, so when I use echo command, it will display the output of the value of the variable, that is the value of the variable a is 10, which was incremented by 1, and it is displayed as an output. Earlier I didn't use any command beside the expression, so it was an error. It shows command not found. Now it was not an error because I have used echo command. Within this echo command, I'm using this kind of notation. Earlier we have used another notation that is called dollar within parenthesis expr space some expression that we need to write in between here. But now we are using double parenthesis and we are writing the expression. No need to use any expr command inside it. So that is the use of arithmetic expansion, which was performed in command execution. That means here we have a difference in between these two. So dollar within double parenthesis, we need to specify some command, some expression. So that is called arithmetic substitution. If I use dollar within double parenthesis, if I write something, then it is called as arithmetic substitution. But if I specify dollar within parenthesis some command name, then it is called execute the command and grab the output. That means if I want to know the result of the output of the command, sorry, if I want to know the result of the command when it was executed, then I have to use dollar within parenthesis command name. But if I want to perform any arithmetic substitution, then I have to use dollar within double parenthesis. I need to specify some expression like $a plus 1. If you want to perform arithmetic substitution in case of dollar within parenthesis command, then I have to use expr command along with the expression. So that is a different scenario that we have observed in the previous example.